is.
Yeah, I have a lot of issues.
Yeah, he's a very doesn't want to be touched
I got a
kind
lot
of guy.
going on. Yeah, I remember.
Doug, now, what I want to say is Doug's got this new show, Getting Doug with High, where he smokes pot with celebrities. Now, Jeff was recently on this show. I mean, Jeff Ross was recently on the show. It was a real good episode. Could you put aside your 10 years of sobriety and go on that show? Because I think it'd be really funny.
No. Because of the thing, I don't think Doug likes me that much.
Really?
No.
I think you'd be perfect on this.
Yeah, but he doesn't like me. I just fucking said that.
You're kidding.
It has to do with the pot. He doesn't like me.
Really?
Yeah, so probably no.
Yeah, Tony and Red Band got me into smoking weed again back in June.
I don't give a fuck. I really don't, and no. So that's that. Let's move on.
What I'm saying is it didn't go into other things. I don't drink or anything. It's just you can maybe
I'm a
just
drug
do that.
addict. Iron Patriot. Have you ever heard of Unisom?
No.
Yes.
What is that?
It's a sleeping medication you get at 7-Eleven or not 7-Eleven, at Rite Aid.
It just knocks you out.
Right, but if you take a little bit more than the recommended dosage, it makes you extremely horny.
Ooh, like a Viagra.
Right, but what happens is, I don't know, if you look it up online, it only happens to like 1 out of every 10 people. Right? But my brother has it too, because we're Lees. The sensation is insane. Like your orgasms are 50 times more insane.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
And your horniness is 50 times more. And the orgasm I had, tears.
Okay, Dad.
No, I'm not even
fucking with me.
I'm not fucking
Tears.
Tears of pure joy.
And I mean, I'm not kidding you guys. Like, you can tell it's a different type of orgasm because he does like a spinal jerk. It's almost like a...
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh,
and
shit.
it lasts, the spinal jerking lasts for about a minute.
No.
I swear. And he's
swear to
just
God.
like a...
Yeah, it's really insane.
Whoa.
And it's a problem. My brother has the same problem.
So he does the same thing.
Oh my, his is getting. I told him about it. Oh really, Bob? I go, yeah. For years I tell him, nah, Bob. Really? One night he goes, hey, we gotta go to Walgreens again. I go, why? I need the jerk off medicine.
The jerk off medicine?
Yeah, it's not even fucking for him sleep.
The only issue is that he doesn't realize that he's actually
Destroying my liver.
He's destroying his liver. He takes about 9 a night.
Not 9. That's ridiculous.
He does a handful.
I don't
so
do a
the
handful.
reason
That's
why
ridiculous.
my
4.
cat Gunnar
Yeah.
has like issues now as an adult with like, his body.
Okay, now we're getting into some
It's
real
because
shit.
our cat OD'd on Unisom.
Oh. Unisom.
And you know that's true. So we woke up and the cat was doing spinal jerks and like wriggling, and then we had to take.
His own little cat orgasm.
He might have been having a cat orgasm, and then we took him to the vet.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, baby! I can't believe you said that out loud. No, listen. Okay.
You didn't do it on purpose.
Are we smoking a vape or a pot? Here?
No, I don't. I've been sober for 17 years. Is that rude?
No,
I smoked in here.
Not at all. I have no problem with vape.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
I think
There are no Koreans in sobriety or any of the meetings I go to. Right? We aren't supposed to be here. Whatever. I did that fucking thing. Right?
I love it.
And I came out in the lobby, and there stood before me a Korean man.
Oh.
With long white hair down to his like shoulders.
A sensei.
Right. He had tattoos to his wrist.
Nice.
And he stood there. He looked like a character from Mortal Kombat.
Yes, yes.
And he looked at me and he goes, "I Dan." I go, "You're Dan?" He goes, "I your sponsor."
Oh.
I was willing to do anything it took to stay alive.
And how am I going to keep this prostitution problem going?
Yeah. Or, you know,
well, you were sober doing prostitution?
Yeah.
That's not good.
And that's not good.
Did you tell, what's his name?
Yeah,
the
but
Korean dude?
Yeah, Dan. But like, it's not like I had addiction, but it's like,
It's the only option you had?
I had to, you know.
So Dan signed off on it in some fashion.
In some fashion,
Okay,
yeah. You lie to win.
It's not exactly spiritual.
It's not spiritual, but you know what? I mean, it happens.
Yeah,
So, basically.
I agree with you with the porn. The porn getting in the way. But the porn's what you're retreating to, not to deal with whatever else is going on.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, and then here, let me. I don't know what you're alluding to.
I don't know either.
Okay, good. Because
no, because I know you're a complex guy, and you've
very
had
complex. I've layers.
And you've had a lot of
very dimensional.
And you've had a lot of trauma.
Yeah,
and with
a
that
lot of trauma.
all stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's processing.
You may have to go cold jerky.
That's the name of the episode.
Cold jerky?
Cold jerky.
Yeah.
I've never heard of cold jerky. What is?
I'm being funny, but I mean cold turkey on all your devices and things, which will include.
Oh my God! And when you sat down, right, we kind of talked briefly about it.
Who?
you and I a little bit about social media. And
last time. Oh, right in the middle.
Yeah. And so you're thinking.
Well, like every other addiction,
Yeah.
you have to go cold turkey and then see what emerges. Right? You're hiding out and all that stuff.
For the last 2 years, 3 years, I've been to maybe 2 AA meetings.
Oh, dude. Didn't we talk about that?
Yeah, we did on yours. And so not only
So it's all this stuff.
do I have that, I'm a dry trunk on top of it.
No, you're a porn addict.
Yeah. But I don't. I'm not really working on my recovery at all.
No
right?
shit.
And I can see myself fall back into.
So that's what this feels like to me. Like what mishigas, shenanigans.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you need to like get stuff straight. You need to go cold turkey and get going to some meetings and see what the hell's going on. I feel like I'm looking at I'm trying to wave smoke aside, trying to see bombs.
Right.
That guy's still around.
What guy?
The tattooed guy from the guy that saved your life.
Oh yeah, remember the cat? Yeah,
Is he around?
Yeah, he's still around. Yeah, Dan.
Just call him.
I know I should. I have his number too.
Call him.
Okay.
That's insane.
It's insane. I should call him.
Yes. Tomorrow.
Maybe.
Commit to me.
I'll call him tomorrow. You lie to win. But he lives in San Diego.
Dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
And
relationship.
it is partly my fault because I think I have a very high threshold for bullshit.
Okay, so oh god, now I'm gonna get to the next level of reality.
Okay. She doesn't give you candy
That's not it.
the way that guy did.
No, that's not. He remembers.
Wow.
Oh my god, this
A
guy.
sniper.
I can't get horny without taking Unisom.
Unisom. That's interesting.
It's the only time I can feel anything down there.
So much.
Icon.
I'm in
Love it.
hot pursuit, Bobby. They can help me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just therapy could be
But let me
helpful.
ask you this now:
Did
where
you- yeah,
we don't really. Okay, so
call Dan,
but Dan's not a therapy; he's an AA sponsor, right?
and he's going to
in the
have
day.
you go to some meetings.
But he lives in San Diego. I haven't talked to him in like 20 years.
Cool.
I still have his number though.
Cool.
Okay.
And then you're going to go to some meetings.
Yeah.
And then you're going to maybe get a new sponsor.
Yeah, I honestly, Sweet, I think, I'm just generally better off when I'm active in my recovery.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, I'm just generally more grounded and more. And
I am
what?
I'm trying to think of the words. They're going all kinds of different directions, but I would say mostly shocked at that statement and the way you said it.
Why?
I just want you to look back on it again after you start going to meetings and things.
Don't say it. Don't do that.
Your addiction was life-threatening and horrible.
Yeah.
And you're just generally better when you go to meetings.
Right.
Give me a
The way I said-
fucking break. If you were my patient, I would be all over you. It's
Okay.
not
But
right.
now
for me
you're
to-
leaning forward,
It's
bro?
not right for me to do
You're not
this
that
to you.
tone.
It's not right for
You're
me
not
to do
that tone.
Jane Fonda? We got Jane Fonda over here?
It's not right for me to do this,
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
know.
not going to do it
I
because
know.
you're my friend and I don't want to be this guy.
I want to say
But-
this to you.
but-
You're
but-
right. What? Oh, okay.
But if you're my patient, I'd be going, dude, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
You're right.
What are you generally better when I go?
All right.
Okay.
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 17
You're so lucky to be alive. But anyway, go ahead.
sober for 17
So I
years.
want Dan involved.
17 years sobriety.
How'd it go last time when you used to go to meetings? How'd that turn out?
I went out and almost died. But see, it's been 17 years.
Oh, so it's gone now?
It's not gone. Of course, it's not gone.
Okay.
Right? I know that I'm
It's
one.
It's morphing.
I know.
It's morphed into something else.
It's morphing into something else,
Yeah.
and I know that I'm in a danger spot.
fine. No
and you
kidding.
and a lot of times you go, hey, wait a second. Haven't been to a meeting and I haven't relapsed.
Yes.
And
I must be normal.
yeah, I mean that right is just a natural thing that
No.
might occur in your brain. But you're right. I needed a reality check, and you just reality checked me. And you're right.
Okay.
What I said was crazy.
Crazy.
I understand that, but you don't have to fucking do it the way you did it.
Yes, I did.
Or I get your fucking
yes,
all.
I did. I would have been way worse if you were my patient.
The problem lies in I'm an untreated.
I'm not ready to call you untreated. You're just slipping. You're slipping, and you're just slipping. That's all you need to get. You need to just get back. Get back.
Yeah, I am going to get back.
Yeah.
I want to get back. Yeah.
And it just, you got lazy or whatever, depressed, I don't know what, and it's slipping. It's all right. Happens.
It's a
All the time.
Yeah, my friend. The last time I relapsed, my friend Laban called me over to a coffee. He's like, meet me at this coffee shop, and he gave me this mini intervention. Like he's like,
He yelled at you like I did?
What?
He yelled at you like I did?
He did. He was like, dude, I can see you're slipping, dude. You're going to die, right? And I go, fuck you, whatever. I said, you don't know what you're talking about. And then 4 months later, I hit a bottom, and I got sober. But I didn't do it, maybe late.
Well, maybe you're going to have to sink a little further here, too. That's okay. I get it. I'm not...
No, I don't want to, but
I won't judge you. I just know that's how this thing works, and you know that's how it works, too. How much you're going to have to suffer. How much you can put her through.
I don't want to
have a baby. That's a perfect way to solve problems like this.
Really?
No!
Bobby's like, let's go.
The opposite.
Let's get a couple babies.
The opposite.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. I'm going to call Dan, a guy that I haven't spoken to in 15 years, and go, you lie to win. Hey, man, it's me, Bob. Oh, hey. What do I say? Like, hey,
you're going to have to say, I told a friend of mine about the powerful impact you had on my life. And I think I need a little bit of that again right now.
Oh. Damn. Oh.
No, you're not gonna get me.
You're not gonna say that?
No, I'm gonna say it, but you're not gonna get me.
Jewish.
Jewish. Huh. I'm having trouble saying this. I'm getting a little emotional myself. You are one of the more extraordinary people I know, and I mean that in the best possible way. Take that in. It's all good.
Don't. Okay. You're not gonna do that.
We'll talk about Dan again.
He told me right now in the room. He's like, they're all manipulation tactics, and I couldn't do that with Dr. Drew.
Could not.
He's like, I know they're wrong to do it with you, but I do them anyways. He's like, but I couldn't even do that with him. He's like, you got shut down.
Yeah. You know what?
Like, wow.
It was
good.
March,
6 months.
April, May, June, July, August, September, October. It's like 7 months. So I was thinking it was closer to a year. So I need to come back.
Yes.
I was actually moved by that experience. And if you remember, Bobby started crying.
Oh, right.
Did he follow up like he told me?
No.
He would? Oh.
But that's who he is, right?
I know that, and that's what needs to change. He was going to call his original sponsor as a guy,
right,
old recovering dude that was very spiritual and very meaningful to Bobby, and he did sort of whisper that, oh, maybe he's dead.
You lie to win.
I felt that.
Yeah.
And I think he's still afraid of that. So, like any good addict, if there's something that makes them anxious, well, fuck that. I'm not going there.
Right.
And so we'll see. I got to talk to him soon about that. God damn it.
I don't complain about his openness. I complain about his
follow through. I
don't think he's taking care of himself.
That's what I was noticing. Mm-hmm. And that's what you were championing when I was talking to him.
Right. And I just, every day of my life, I just worry. And I'm not, I take good care of myself. I'm pretty good with boundaries with Bobby.
You go to Al-Anon?
What is that?
Al-Anon?
I don't go to Al-Anon. I should, but I don't know. I feel for him, but there's only so much I can do from my end.
Is there trouble a-brewing?
In our relationship, probably, and I think that we could use an oil change.
What's happening?
We've been together 6 years, and I'm not the same person as I was when I was 28 years old.
He was complaining about.
So he believes he's a small percentage of people that feels a bigger climax when he takes a sleep aid like Unisom.
Tell me, look up Unisom. Tell me what's in it, or show me up here.
Benadryl, yeah.
And doxylamine. But it's really I'm sure it's probably and some people do get a little more intensity and stuff. They actually have more delay too. Is he also delay the orgasm?
I don't know, but I guess I can vouch for the fact that if he does take Unisom before sex, he looks like a person right before they die from tetanus.
He's good with things, so he doesn't want to change.
Yeah, he's good with things. And I think that's partially my fault too. I think I've made his life very smooth sailing.
So you do a lot of enabling.
I enable. Yes.
I don't know how long Bobby's been on this Unisom thing, but I thought maybe it was possible that he saw this clip.
So this is a guy that perhaps influenced Bobby's choice. Okay. Here he is.
Before you have sex, if you want to be horny for 2 or 3 hours like you've never been in your life, and you have access to marijuana too, good weed, listen to me. Take about 10, 12 Benadryl before you want to have your sexual fun with your partner or whatever you do or masturbate, all right?
This is like the 4-stroke guy. This is 10 or 12 Benadryl is going to actually give you an agitated psychosis. You can get a anticholinergic delirium.
Yeah. I believe that.
Have you seen that? I've seen that before. They're wildly psychotic sometimes.
No, I think I've seen that with Bobby.
What?
I'm not, because he doesn't just take the recommended dose. He takes so many in one. I'm like, you're killing yourself. You're going to either have early onset dementia or some type of.
Anything funny happened to his eye movements when he's in that state?
You know, there was 2 weeks ago, I was frightened because I thought he was having a stroke. And I think that he was just coming off a Benadryl cloud. And then
he wants to have sex with you when he's loaded up like that?
No. He was lost in the sauce. He didn't know what the fuck. He didn't even know who I was. That's why I thought he was having a stroke.
Oh, this is perfect behavior for a drug addict.
Yeah, because he can always defend and say
it's Benadryl.
Yeah, over the counter, but he really
God.
is.
So Bobby takes enough Benadryl to get anticholinergic delirium.
Yeah.
Man, I got to talk to him.
wonder.
He knows. 10 or 12 or 20 Benadryl.
I'm not sure, but he takes a lot.
Oh my God. Well, here's his new best friend. Anyway, let's keep going.
About an hour later, when you feel it just kicking in, smoke your weed then. And then go ahead and get horny. And I promise you, it'll be millions and times more. You'll be so blissfully horny that you will not want to come. Trust me.
Oh, you look like a guy I would trust.
How did that happen? How did that happen? He paid you. How do you speed up?
I wasn't even in the car, Tony.
By the way, did you guys see this? He attacked my car. Erik.
Look at the left side. It's bumps everywhere.
I need help. I need allies. I need allies. You saw our pushes. I need
Man lied away. He has his own podcast called Weekend Wars with Theo and what's it called? Fast Weekend with
Fast Weekend.
Yeah, riffing with Theo Von or whatever. You know what I mean? Theo Von and the Man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Drinking my way to rehab. What's that new podcast?
Wow. That's very personal.
Oh, Whiskey Ginger. My bad.
I made a commitment to my sponsor that I wouldn't masturbate to pornography anymore. So it's been 2 weeks.
Is it really, man?
Yeah, and I have a marshmallow factory down there right now, dude. It's like, yeah, when my dad died in August, I relapsed. And I just want to say that because I know that a lot of people listen to this podcast and knew that I had 17 years of sobriety and you know, a lot of people ask questions about how do I get sober or how do I get my brother sober? And I relapsed. I just got out of an institution.
Don't call it that. It's not an institution.
Yes, it is. It's
that's like a college, bro.
Or an FBI. That's what it looked like.
A holding facility.
Holding facility. Yeah,
that's investigation.
So I have 11 days sober. I've been going to meetings. I'm dedicated to it again. But I just wanted to share with you out there.
Was it a stateside? Where was it?
Arizona.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so one of the therapists asked me, just because I had to list down who my circle of friends and loved ones are, and it's got to be people that I share with, that love me, and that know, you know, that you have an intimate relationship. Even dudes, right? Khalyla and my brother was on it. That's it.
Dude, what happened whenever you hit Sam's car? Did you guys already talk about that on here?
No,
not really.
Sorry.
I just left a check for Sam last week.
Oh, then there you go.
I think I know why I did it.
Wait. When it happened, you were
I think I subconsciously you lie to win.
Were you high?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because to get out of a moving vehicle, that seems high.
It wasn't the smoking weed that really alarmed me.
And my mom calls and she goes, "Bobby, you have to come home. Daddy in hospice." Next thing I'm gonna know, I'm at a place called Urban Freeze, which is right down the street. It's a dispensary. I got 6 bags of gummies. So that's how I went. I started doing weed. I would smoke 24 hours a day. I couldn't. Eventually, you would get high, but then eventually you wouldn't get high. I couldn't get high. I was smoking in that much.
Jeepers.
So I'm letting you know, if you have time, there's a reason why you have it. Just don't pick up the first one. And I don't know how long. I don't know how many fucking times I have to fucking get sober to learn that rule. For some reason or another, when I relapsed, all this work started coming in. And I said yes, and I said contracts to a bunch of bullshit. And so I still have 3 obligations right now that I had to fulfill. So I had to get out because I have to go to San Francisco, and then I go to Hawaii, from there to Hawaii to do Magnum PI. So I had to leave, and I'm a little bummed because I want to hit meetings every day and stuff, but I can't. But I'm fine. I want to be able to do it, and I made a commitment to go back in late January or February for a week.
Are you going to meetings right now?
Yeah, I went to one last night. I'm going to go to one tonight.
So that's that. Let's move on. What I'm saying is it didn't go into other things. I don't drink or anything. It's just you can maybe
I'm a drug addict, Iron Patriot. I'm a recovering drug addict, man. I have a disease.
From now on, your questions for the guests have to come through me.